Hey everyone, I'm Bazinga again. Today I'm drinking another one of the Chen Hao mini cakes. This time I'm drinking the Emperor cake, which does have a full cake or a full size cake version. And it's, as you can see in the introduction, the compression on this one is, I think, the most loose of all the mini cakes. Which made it very easy to open. It only took, well, it only, quote unquote, took a 1 minute rinse and then a 30-second infusion to open this cake, or to open this mini cake, up completely. And this is an interesting tea, to be honest. I think much more interesting than the last one. And I get why they call this their Emperor cake. So, from the experience I've had, and this was the this was the fourth or the fifth infusion, I think, and this, yeah, well, the next one. So the thing about this tea is, and perhaps you'll see it at the end of this video, the liquor turns opaque quite quickly. So I think that has to do with the polyphenols oxidizing. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that. But that's what I read once. And the leaf quality is actually quite fine. There's quite fine picking, quite small leaves, tender buds in there. Barely any stems recognizable between the tea leaves. And about the taste, so it's quite special. There is a little upfront sweetness in this tea. But the thing I was surprised by, and I couldn't remember, was the strong bitterness that comes with it. It has some building astringency, so throughout the steeps, the astringency at the top of my tongue has been building, but the strong bitterness of this tea was really present. Fortunately, that bitterness, you are rewarded by enduring the upfront bitterness by a nice, sweet, fruity huigan, which you get after perhaps 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and it lingers in the mouth quite a while actually. I'd say about 5 to 10 minutes you can still taste that fruity huigan. Now, the taste of the tea itself isn't floral or fruity at all. It's a much more leather, tobacco leaf, yes, still quite bitter. You saw how fast that infusion was, still quite bitter. So a very leathery, animalic, tobacco kind of taste to it. And you know, that's the taste I always associate with Southern Manghai. I actually have a Pasha tea that tastes quite similar, so if I were a gambling man, I'd say even the Bulang area, though I've read the mini sampler review, and it doesn't actually say where it's from. So yeah, please tell me in the comments if you know where this tea is from. But I think it's definitely Monghai, but I think Southern Monghai. So yeah, about this tea itself then, to close things off, it's got a sort of aftertaste juiciness where, like I said, it has some astringency and you can feel the dryness in your mouth, but there's a compensatory salivating effect which actually lubricates the mouth quite well. There's also some throat feel after a couple of minutes. You can feel like like there's something a bit caught in your throat. It's quite smooth going down, and there's a warming effect to this tea as well, as a invigorating effect. Now, I am drinking this tea in the evening, so I hope it won't keep me up all night, but I can feel it's not a very relaxing tea. It's more a invigorating tea, that's for sure. I think that's it about this tea. So if you like a, how should I say this? If you like a tea that's very fruity in its aftertaste, but still has that more Monghai character to it, I think this is a great tea to buy actually. It's very enjoyable. It's a tea where the sweetness of the Huigan really catches you. It's something you wouldn't expect when you're just sipping this tea and experiencing the upfront taste of it. Yeah, it's really nice. But yeah, the bitterness, I hope that mellows out if you got a cake. I don't. But if you've got a cake, a full cake, I think the bitterness will have to mellow out because it's quite strong. And I think that's a characteristic of aging potential for tea. But yeah, I'm not an expert in that. So I will just leave it at that. I'll enjoy this tea for the rest of my evening. Hope it won't keep me up, and I'll see you in the next Chen review. Cheers.